Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Preschool All-Stars podcast. I'm Bethany Johnson, and I'm joined today by Jennifer Satterwhite. How are you doing today, Jennifer?
Hello, how are you? I'm fine.
I'm doing great. I'm excited to speak with you.
I'm excited.
Good. So I want to talk with you about your preschool and what's going on. But first, I want to go back a little bit and get a little backstory of what was going on before you wanted to start a preschool. What's your background?
Well, I am a teacher. I'm a preschool teacher at Head Start. I've been there 5 years, and I've been in education for over probably about eight
Okay.
years. Um, and I love kids. I love children. I love teaching them. My children, they struggle because I did not have that knowledge. And then I have the understanding how to teach my children.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to make it better for other children that was coming through, when they got my kids' age, so I can help them better them so they can have a successful outcome to graduate.
Sure. How many kids do you have?
I have two.
Okay. And
Well, they're
how old
not
are they?
children anymore.
No,
They're
they're grown.
they're 20 and 18. I
Oh,
just had
wow.
a
Okay.
graduate. My son graduated in June, so
Well,
I don't have any
congratulations.
more no more kids in the
Yeah.
public.
Awesome. So you're a Head Start teacher, and what made you want to start your own preschool?
Because some of the children that was coming in my classroom couldn't read, did not know numbers, couldn't identify things, and really was missing pieces of parts of the education that they should already be knowing before they get to preschool, and they were not meeting the goal.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
I wanted to give them a push and something so when they get to preschool, they can be on a even playing level with everybody else that
Okay.
has been going to school ever since they was could be able to walk.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sure thing. So how did you find joy?
Wow, that's funny because I actually came across her the year before I actually joined with her. And I was like,
Okay.
that's a scam. I was like, she ain't for real. That's what in my mind because we
Right.
don't just go invest and put our money in stuff until
Right.
we know
Right.
that it's gonna work.
Yep.
But I it came across, I was like, it was like maybe 3 o'clock in the morning. I saw it on Facebook ad coming across Facebook and it kept popping up. I was like, man, she got me curious. I want to know what it is. And then I think I saw maybe two other people like myself that was joining her. I was like, okay, this could be something. Then I was like, no, it ain't for me. So I just when she opened it up in April, I didn't join. Um, I just was like, no, that ain't for me. So it's not for me. But when I went through my job and was on my job, I was like, this ain't for me neither. So something got to kill. So this is not working out. And she and then Joy, then I heard somebody else talk about Joy, and then her book came. And
Mm-hmm.
I was like, let me get this book. She say it's free. Let me see if it's free. So I got her book for $7.99,
Yeah.
seven
Yeah.
something. And I was like, okay, then I didn't have to pay really that much for shipping. So that
Right.
ain't $8. I can give $8.
Yeah.
And when I got her book and I read her book, and I was like, wait a minute, this she gonna the same thing I wanted to do. But I
Mm-hmm.
didn't know how to do. I did not know how to go about it. I didn't know what forms to take, what
Right.
kind of
Right.
steps to take. But when Joy, I read the book and she gave me step by step, and then she started giving me more information. I was like, you know what? I like Joy. So I was like, dang, but I let the time for April slip away from me and I couldn't, join. Then she was like, oh, then that October, let's see, September came and then she came up again on Facebook. I was like, I am not. I told my husband, I don't care what we got to pay. I don't care what we got to do. We getting Joy. He was like, who is Joy? I was like, Joy Allison. Joy Allison. He was like, you sure about this? I said, you know what? I'm only sure about three things. I'm sure about God. I'm sure about this relationship, our marriage. I'm sure about that we got 2 kids. So you know what? Joy is, I'm getting it. He was like,
Mm-hmm.
you sure you want to do that? I was like, okay. what we got to do. I'm not letting her pass me this year.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
October came, I jumped on board. He
Yeah.
was like, okay, Joy, we're gonna do this. And my husband was like, you got this, you got this. Oh, he was like, oh, she gonna have it. And when paperwork and she started showing me stuff and all doors was opening for me, and I've been in education and trying to do my own. At first, I was trying to do a daycare,
Yeah.
and then 2 years had went by, and I was like, I can't get nowhere, I can't get no help, no fundraising. Nobody didn't want to do anything. But when Joy gave me her book and I
Mm-hmm.
read the steps to take, the methods I needed, I was like, okay. And
Mm-hmm.
then ever since then, it stuff started opening doors. And I got my own line. I was like, oh snap, I got my own line. Joy got
Yes.
me. I am a CEO of my own, bringing my
Yes.
own line.
Hashtag boss lady.
Yes, I was so excited. I was like, okay, where these kids at? I need some kids. I need some kids. And then I didn't get too much support from my community, but from other cities around me, I had 6 children total.
Mm-hmm.
I but when I first started off, I didn't have any for 3, 4 months.
Uh-huh.
But that's because I didn't advertise. I didn't know how to advertise and market myself.
Right.
But by reading Joy book and she getting the preschool in the box and
Mm-hmm.
giving us the material that we needed to
Yeah.
how to present ourselves and how to speak to others, then stuff started falling in line, and I started getting parents and knowing how to communicate. I'm a teacher, but I didn't communicate to the parents because I drove a bus and
Mm.
I wasn't there in the classroom to meet and greet my parents. I was
Uh-huh.
on the bus picking them up, bringing
Okay.
the students. So
Uh-huh.
it was a lot going on with that. But now Joy came in the picture and she showed me how to maneuver and how to guide, do my steps, my communications and forms and paperwork I never knew about. And she just opened the door for me, and now it's
Mhm.
open, it's done, and I've got trademarks, and I got T-shirts, and I got envelopes, I got posters, flyers, and
Yeah.
guess what? And I joined the hub. The
Oh,
hub,
yeah.
oh my God, it gave like a fresh breath of fresh air to me
Yeah.
when she came, and it gave me all the steps, and I didn't have to go to over here, over there, jumping hoops, trying to
Yeah.
go to weeks, jumping hoops,
Right.
going. I'm like, Joy, say, wait. We're gonna do this right here in house. And guess what? Joy and her team came through. I love y'all. I love. And guess what? I wouldn't go nowhere else. If I could just stay home and do my thing, teach children online and tutor and give it to them. And I just invested in a documentary camera.
Mm.
Oh
Oh,
my
yeah. Those things
God.
are great.
That look,
Yeah.
I
For
needed
teaching
this when
online, you need it.
I opened up in January. I said if
Mhm.
I would have had it in January, ain't no
Oh,
way I would
yeah.
have went back to work.
Oh,
Oh, but I love this. This is a amazing journey that y'all let us be a part, and I thank y'all for encouraging us because sometimes we need that push. We know we got it in us, but we don't know how to bring it out of us. And
oh,
y'all
yeah.
just took the bull by the horn and just took us. I was
Oh,
like, I
well, we
love, but
love to
I'm
hear that.
for
And
all
we're
of
all
it,
on our journeys too. You know, we're all doing the same thing that you're doing. So we
and I
love to
love
hear
it.
that. And we love to hear that others are inspired and helped out by, we're all doing this together. We're all figuring it out
Yes,
together.
I'm learning. I'm learning from other moms and parents, and like I'm just learning from the whole group.
Yeah.
Everybody got something good to give everybody.
Yeah.
It's,
Oh,
it's not like
totally.
we just one person, Joy just giving or
Mm-hmm.
her team just giving.
Mm-hmm.
We have team members giving to other team members, all stars giving to all stars. And
Mm-hmm.
then we help and bring people into our community where we can branch out and we're not even a community no more. We're all family.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I love that. I always ask, how did the preschool all stars help you on your journey? And you just answered that before I even asked it. Cause yeah,
I'm
I mean, there's
sorry.
so many, no, it's amazing. There's such a big group of us now, and everyone has such different skills to offer each other. And just the fact that everyone shares it freely, and it really does feel like a family.
It does. I enjoy coming. on Facebook, not just to look at my family, but to be with my all-star team.
Oh
Because
yeah.
every day somebody's creating something new. It's
Mm-hmm.
not that we're doing the same thing. Everybody's not doing the same thing
Yeah.
because everybody don't teach the same.
Yeah, exactly.
You might have the same material, but guess what? Everybody have their own teaching.
Mm-hmm.
And
Absolutely.
that's what makes us unique.
Oh yeah, totally. It's so funny. I get things in the mail and I'm like, what is this? I'm like, did I order something? And then I look and someone sent me a t-shirt and I'm like, oh my gosh, look at this. It's just everyone's always thinking of each other and thinking of new ways to help each other out. And it's so great. I love it.
I love the sharing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I
Yeah.
can't wait to start in August. I had just got a parent from that was joined me in January that was on my journey and we ended and she just got in contact with me last week. She was like, are you opening back up? Because I
Mm-hmm.
had stopped now, I had issues with my husband, he was sick. So, I had to put my family first.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but she was like, are you starting back in the fall? I want to come. She's asking about you. She wants you to start your reading
Oh,
program online. And so people are asking me to help their child. And
love
I'm like,
it.
okay, yes,
That must
we
feel so
are.
good.
Yes, we are. I said, you know what? We done started a trend. And now I don't even know if they want to go back to public school. Everybody want to come
Mm-hmm.
online.
Yes, right? I know, seriously. Okay, so now I want to hear about how your online school works. Tell me about that. Now that we got a little backstory, um,
Well,
go
I'm
ahead.
just
Tell me about that.
well, I cater to the child.
Mhm.
If I ask the parent what the child lack and need, like if the child never been to school, I automatically give them the basic.
Mhm.
Help them with their vocabulary, help them with their little names, and I give them pictures, I give them alphabet, letters, numbers, shapes, the basics. And if they're advanced and they already can identify their names and know shapes and stuff, I just take them on to kindergarten and I give them what the kindergartners get and try to give them addition problems, and I give them matching patterns. I give it all.
Mhm. So, are you doing one-on-one tutoring or are you holding classes with multiple kids, or how does your program work?
When I started out, I was doing individuals.
Okay.
On Wednesdays we do individuals. Tuesdays, Thursdays we do preschool pals.
Okay.
That means all our children come in together, and then we combine what we learned during the week.
Okay. And how long were the individual lessons?
Just 30 minutes a piece.
Okay. And how many kids did you have doing that?
Four.
Okay. And how much did you charge?
I $47 a month.
Okay. And did you find those families by putting out your founding family script?
Yes. Well, two of them were the family strips. And then the other four, they came along as I went. And
Okay.
they
And
didn't even look at my online material. They was like, oh cool, Miss Satterwhite, I got it. I want it.
nice. So do you already
I was
knew
like,
them?
okay. Yes, the four, yes.
Cool. Cool. So how did you find the other families? Where did you put out ads, or was it just from your family founding family script?
They
People share?
they contacted me through Facebook.
Okay.
When they went through, they saw my ad kept popping up on their page,
Yep. Yep.
and then they contacted me. They went
Nice.
to and I sent them to my website,
Mm-hmm.
um, which is www.brilliantmindsonlinepreschools.com.
Okay.
Um, and they registered, and voila, we're together.
Voila. And how did you like teaching online?
I love it. I was nervous at first, but then as it got to going, and I was like, okay, I like this way it's going, and the child was listening and was participating and was engaging. Um, I loved it.
Yeah.
I actually like it better than going in the classroom now.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it definitely has its perks, definitely. And especially if you're doing one-on-one, that's so nice to get that one-on-one time with them. I mean, you never get that in the classroom, especially, in a Head Start program, you're never going to get that. So just being able to go one-on-one with them and give them the individual instruction is really a fun feeling.
And then I look at it like this: I don't have to have 20 kids all at one time.
Mm-hmm.
In
Mm-hmm.
the classroom, I'm teaching 20 kids.
Mm-hmm.
It's 2 adults to 20 kids. So they
Yeah.
don't never have a time where it's just like a one-on-one,
Right.
unless you have like 3 staff members in the class.
Yeah. Yep. And even that, it's hard because you still got kids, you're stopping your instruction to, stop other kids from doing whatever they're doing, and your attention is always somewhere else. So being able to have the one-on-one online, just you and them, is really, really nice. Is that how you're doing it in the fall too? Or are you doing group classes in the fall? You're doing one-on-one?
Well, it depends on how many parents sign up. I only have one right now.
Okay.
Um, but I like the one-on-one. I like the one-on-one because the child is comfortable with you and don't feel embarrassed and shamed if they can't read, or
Right.
either they stumble over words, or either they don't know their name or can't hold a pencil right. They don't get offended.
Yeah.
But if
Yeah.
they see other children and they laughing at them because they're not doing the same thing that they're doing,
Right.
that kind of pushes the child backwards to make
Mm-hmm.
them not want to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. The last thing a preschooler needs is to feel ashamed of where they're at before they even
Exactly.
really get into the real academics of everything. Definitely. So do you send home like a box for them? Any sort of like supply box or
Yes.
anything like that? You do? And what do you put in your
They
box?
they get a t-shirt, they get reading materials, they get crayons, pencils, markers, writing board, uh Play-Doh. Sometimes I give blocks, depends on what area we're working in, and they give all of that. Then they get a notepad, a writing pad, some construction paper, um, and some paint.
Okay. Okay. So that's like a one-time thing you send when they register?
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. Let's see. So what are your future plans for your are you not going back to the district at all, or are you doing both?
I really don't. If I get enough parents, I am not going back.
Yeah. So
I am not.
were you teaching
That's my
online?
goal, is not to go back.
Yeah, of
I
course.
want more family time,
Mm-hmm.
less of work time.
Yeah, that's what we're all aiming for. More family time, less work time. So were you teaching online with the district, or were you in
No,
person and it
in
wasn't
person.
in person?
Well,
Okay.
when the COVID hit, we did transition to online.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's when I fell in love with online. So
Okay.
when we came with Joy, I was like, I'm already doing that.
Yeah, yeah. So you kind of already had a little bit of an idea of what it was going to be. You just wanted to be able to
Yes.
do it your own way.
Yes. I started out before we went to COVID, through the COVID on my job. Joy, actually, I started on Joy, doing it through Joy, the
Mm-hmm.
Anderson.
Okay.
Um our online, my brilliant minds. And
Uh-huh.
then when the school district's like, oh, we're gonna do online, I was like, okay. I was so immune to it. Then I was like, okay, I'm already doing it. So,
Yeah.
oh well.
Yeah. And how did it work tell me the difference between doing online with the district and doing online with your own program?
Well, the only thing I did not really like is 'cause I had to go to a facility and
Oh.
be online, and then I
Oh.
had to wait and share the screen time with my co-teacher,
Mm.
which that took a lot of time. If she wasn't prepared, then I had to improvise for what she did not do.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So
That
that
doesn't
made it
sound fun.
hard to stay on one thing if that child was struggling in that area when a person hops over everything. Do
Right.
Try to give the child everything in one setting when
Mm-hmm.
they're 3.
Yeah, totally. Yep. So what would be your ideal going forward? Are you looking to start a local as well, or you're trying to stay online?
Well, if I could do local, I would probably try to do local.
Mm-hmm.
But I love online.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And where are you located?
In Johnston, South Carolina.
South Carolina. Okay. So what's your plan for drumming up business? Are you going to put out your founding family script again? Or are you going to put
I
out more
did.
ads? You did? Okay. Okay.
I did that, but I'm not like, I wasn't into it, but I know I have to get back into it, like
Yeah.
market myself better.
Mm-hmm.
I think I lacked that a little bit. Um, because I got a lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I know that this is what I want. So yes, marketing would be the biggest part of me getting myself out there and
Yeah.
recruiting
Marketing is
children
hard.
and
It's
families.
definitely hard. And it's definitely something that takes practice that you got to learn because one, I feel like it's not usually our first instincts to try and sell ourselves. You know what I mean? Like, especially like so many ladies on here have told me that the hardest part was putting themselves out there with that founding family script and like, telling the world how great they are. Like, that's not our first instinct, Normally
Yeah.
we're, you know what I mean? Like, we have to convince ourselves that we're great too. And that's like a
Normally
first.
it's somebody else doing it for us. We don't have to say
Exactly.
nothing.
Exactly. So telling the world that we're good enough to teach your kids, that's like a hard part for us. And I don't know why, because we all know we got we all know we can do it, but telling everyone else we can do it is a little harder.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
And I want to do more videos. I didn't do a lot of videos. I like live, but I know now that it's better to do more videos so the child can go back and look at the things that they're struggling with and
Mm-hmm.
it help them.
Do you record your sessions and then give them to the student?
Only if they ask.
Okay. Okay. I recorded I didn't do one-on-one sessions, but I recorded all my teaching time videos where I was teaching all the skills and then I put them in a Google Drive so the parent, just like Joy said, so then the parents could go back and show them any time depending on what skill or theme we were learning. And I think it's cool now because now I have a whole, almost year's worth of videos that I could go back to and refer back to. And maybe
Yes.
even, I'm not that I'm thinking about this right now, but if I had it more cohesively and I designed it like this from the beginning, that you could even sell, like a curriculum that you could sell if you put
I
it
never
together
thought of
like that.
that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would definitely encourage
You
you to record it because, why not? The Google Drive, it saves it on there anyway. So might as well have it. And then you can
Yes.
always go back and look at your own teaching and see, like, there are times when I was looking at the video and I'm like, I don't like the way I do that, so I'm trying to change it up or referring back to, it's good for your own, what am I trying to say? Self-improvement too. Definitely.
Yes. I'm definitely got. I don't know why I'm camera shy. Like I don't want to do videos, but
Oh
I
no,
know
I
I gotta do
understand.
them. But
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd rather be in person.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, well, you can do them in person and then record them as well, Just record them as you do it.
True that.
Because
True that.
all of mine were live. I just recorded them so they could either if they missed class that day so they could see it or if they wanted to go back. Because I agree, I enjoy live as well. I've always enjoyed the only time I did pre-recorded is if I had a doctor's appointment or something and I had to miss it. But
Mm-hmm.
I definitely prefer live because then you could see what the kids are doing. You could see if they're catching on, if you need to move forward, go back. So I definitely encourage live, but you can record the live sessions and then you're killing two birds with one stone.
Yeah, true that. True that. But I just don't like doing it by myself because I was, you know how you want to see people reaction and
Yeah.
they facial expression,
Oh, yeah.
like,
Yeah.
okay, she's really doing what she says she's
Mhm.
doing.
Mhm. I know.
That's just me. It
When
might
it's
be just a mind
pre-recorded, it's
thing.
hard. Yeah, it's hard because you don't know how they're going to respond when it's pre-recorded, and you like to go off of the students. I totally get that.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
sometimes you might can record it and the kids don't even be looking at the video. They could be playing their game on their phone or
Oh
looking
yeah,
at TV or,
yeah.
the
That's
parents sat
why.
them there, but that don't mean they looking at us.
Oh yeah. And a lot of
But
times when I did do pre-recorded, like when I was pregnant all last year, so I had a lot of doctor's appointments and I always felt like, and half the time I would get on with the preschool pals and I'm like, so did you guys watch the video from yesterday? And half of them were like, no. And I'm like, oh man, I'm like, I spent a lot of time making that video.
yeah.
Yeah. That's why I always preferred the live, but
Well,
recording live is the way to go.
congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So what is your favorite part about running your own preschool?
I can basically do it when I want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not made to. I don't have to clock in. I don't have to push myself. I just do it
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I love doing it.
Mm-hmm. I
I don't
hear
have
that.
to answer to nobody.
Yeah. It's so nice. Being your own boss is so nice. Circling back to what you said before, learning how to, interact with the parents is too. I think that's a really great point because there's so much to this business that, you have to know how to teach the kids, but you also really need to know how to talk to the parents. And those two things
Yes.
combined are what's going to get you where you need to go. Because I mean, the parents are your clients, they're your clientele. And then the students are, you have to convince the parents before you can even get to the students. So I think that's a really great point, is learning the right way to speak to parents is something that we're all learning, one more thing we're all learning how to do on this journey, as is marketing and teaching and all the other things, learning how to do this online. There's so much that we're all learning.
Yes. I'm enjoy learning.
Mm-hmm.
This
Oh,
is a
yeah.
fun learning way.
Totally. Well, yeah, because it's something you want to learn. You're not like in the district, you're having to do all these trainings and you're like, oh, I don't want to do this training, Now you're getting to talk to real people and they're giving you real life experiences, real life, they're teaching you how to do it and you're getting to learn the way you want to learn and what you want to learn. So it's totally different.
Yes.
Yeah. What's something that you wish you knew before you started this journey that would have helped you along the way?
Oh, I wish that I would have joined the first time and not the second time.
Yeah. Yeah. Hindsight's 2020. And now you're honest, so it doesn't matter now. You got it now. Well, what is something that you would tell someone else who's thinking about maybe joining the Preschool All-Stars or starting their own preschool? What would you tell them to encourage them?
Do not hesitate. Don't wait. Don't listen to your second thought. Do it the first time.
Yeah. That's what I always hear. I ask that question to everyone and everyone's like, just do it. Just get over yourself and make it happen. Because it's not going to happen unless you do it for yourself.
That's right. You got to do it first.
Got to do it. Awesome. Well, Jennifer, I want to thank you so much for speaking with me today. And I wish you all the best of luck in your fall program coming up. I'm sure that will be filled soon. And I hope it all works out great for you. I know it will. Keep coming to the All-Stars group and getting that info. And we're wishing you all the luck.
You too. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. You have a great day.
If you'd like to have a success story just like that one, I invite you to join our Preschool All-Stars. It's my exclusive membership community where you'll get mentorship from me with weekly Q&A lives, support and guidance and friendship from hundreds of women on the exact same journey as you, starting, running, and growing their preschools, and my exclusive access to Preschool University, every training and done-for-you file that you'll need for every milestone on your journey to help you start, run, and grow your preschool. We've all been there, and we've got the exact same steps that you need to go through, but we do it all very quickly so that you don't have to waste time or money doing the wrong things at the wrong time. We'd love for you to join our Preschool All-Stars membership. Just go to preschoolallstars.com or click the link in the description to immediately jump into Preschool All-Stars. Again, go to preschoolallstars.com and we'll see you there.